guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick little review and kind of mini tutorial on this new Manny MUA for Makeup Geek palette. I literally went through like Mission Impossible trying to get this palette, but I didn't even know what day it was supposed to come out, and then one day I was in class and I was looking on Twitter and I realized that it was going to launch in like 15 minutes, the pre-sale. So I literally waited. I feel like it was like 8+ hours. And I kept refreshing the page and kept refreshing and kept refreshing. And it just wasn't loading. And I was so frustrated because I was like, oh my god, like this is crashed. Like I feel like this is the first time I've actually like waited this long for a product. Or for at least for a makeup product. Fashion is a different story. But, so that I was able to finally order this amazing palette. So I actually got it yesterday. I haven't been able to like play with it or anything just because I kind of wanted to give you guys like my first impressions. I've never used Makeup Geek shadows, so I thought this was kind of like the perfect excuse to use these shadows, which is why I haven't really completed my makeup. So I'm going to do that on camera for you guys, and I'm kind of going to show you guys what my first impression of the shadows are. So yeah, this is the outer packaging, which I kind of love. It kind of has this like shine on it and the crescent moon, which is what he's known for. And then on the back there is the cutie. There's Manny, and it says this palette can be worn by anyone and everyone regardless of age or race. I wanted to make sure of that. I worked so hard on this palette and I couldn't be happier with the results. So isn't he adorable? I swear I love Manny. So you open it. Let's see. I'm just gonna throw this on the floor. And then it has this kind of like really cool Art Deco. It's like raised too, so it's kind of this like shiny sort of like rose color, and I feel like this kind of reminds me of like Gatsby almost. So that's really cool. And then on the back it has just the names. It says Manny MUA, Makeup Geek, and it has the names of the shadows. So I'm going to open it for you. And this is awesome. It comes with like this insane mirror, which is so good. I think like I think every palette should have a big mirror. Like it's just standard, I feel. So that's not good. These are the shadows. These are so pretty, and honestly what really like convinced me to go for it and buy this palette was the shade right here, this red. It's like this crimson, like burgundy almost. I don't know, it just kind of like called my name, and I've never really seen an eyeshadow like that. I think it's really cool. So yeah, these are the colors, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch them for you. I haven't swatched any of them, so I don't really know what the pigmentation is. I've seen swatches on Twitter and Instagram, but I've never really like swatched them on my own, so I'm going to include a clip of the swatches as I'm kind of talking about them and describing them. The first shade, which is this one on the left, the top row to the left, that one is called Artemis, and it's kind of this really champagne-y color. It's kind of got like yellow and gold tones, but so far the pigmentation is like really good. It's really shiny, and it's like almost the perfect highlight color. I feel like if I put this on, if I actually use this like as a highlight, I think it would look really pretty. Next one is Beaches and Cream, and I believe this is just a regular Makeup Geek shadow, and I've heard so much about it. I've just never really, like I said, I've never tried them out. So it's this really pretty, almost like peachy transition shade, and I'm actually really liking the consistency of these shadows. Like they're not creamy, but they're very like velvety almost. The next one is called Luna. It's like this pink foiled shadow, which the pigmentation is so pretty. I cannot wait to play with this shadow. It's so unique too. I feel like I've seen a lot of eyeshadows like this, kind of like the similar color, because I know that like the rose gold kind of trend was happening in makeup, and I actually never saw one that was this pigmented and kind of this, like it had this sheen to it. So that's really pretty. So the next one, I'm just going down to the next row. This one is called Cosmopolitan, and it's kind of reminds me of like Orgasm by NARS. So it has like that pink color and like that gold tone-ish. Yeah. If anything, I would kind of compare it to Orgasm by NARS, except this one is like way more pigmented. It has kind of just like almost like a gold deposit to it. Really, really pigmented. So far, I'm kind of loving this palette, honestly. Gotta be honest with you guys. So now moving on, this is Sora. So this is just another transition shade. So this one is actually really interesting. So it's really buttery and it's almost like a brick color. So it's actually really, really pretty. I've been wanting to use like a brick transition shade, that transition color. I think if you do Beaches and Cream first and then you do, what is this, Sora? I think it's Sora. Let's just double check. Yeah, and then you do Sora. I think that would look really, really pretty as a transition color. So the next one is called Frappe, and it's like a matte brown. Like that's basically how I can describe it. Like you think of the color brown. It's not even dark brown, not light brown. It's just brown. Again, it's just a really nice matte color, and I'm really happy that they included matte colors in this and it's not just like shimmery colors, because then you can actually make it into a look. Like you know, I'm not really like a big fan of using shimmery colors in my crease, so the fact that they included these crease colors in here is fantastic. So then this next one in the corner is called Insomnia, and when I saw a picture of this shadow I was like, oh my god, like I need it. It's got like reds and browns and like purples and blues, but like I feel like the blue kind of stands out more, which is so pretty. This would look amazing on the lid. I might actually use that today. It looks amazing. So pretty, so pigmented. Again, like I can't stress that enough how pigmented this freaking eyeshadow palette is. And I think Manny mentioned that I think he got like the inspiration for this color from MAC, but the one from MAC didn't have a lot, like the blue wasn't showing up much. The blue wasn't showing up much, so he created a shade that had the blue, and I literally, like, can we talk about this right now? So good. So then the shadow that actually called my name is this red one right here, and this is called Mars. Just like this really pretty crimson color, and yeah, that's pretty much all I can think about. It's almost like a wine, like a true like red wine color, which is really, really pretty. And then the very last color is Aphrodite. So from what I'm seeing, it's kind of like a brown with like some purple undertones, if that makes any sense. So it would be a really pretty color for like your V right here, or if you just kind of want to darken up the crease, you just add that in with a smaller crease brush. But yeah, so those are the colors of the palette. So far, I'm really, really loving the pigmentation. I mean, I see why like everybody buys Makeup Geek shadows now, because they are seriously pigmented. This is just what I was using for, you know, my purpose, just to see the swatches, because I haven't been swatching them. So this is kind of like my first reaction to the shadows. So far I'm loving them, but we are going to see what they're like on the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of play around with the palette. I don't really have anything in mind. I know for sure I want to use Mars and maybe Aphrodite. Not entirely sure yet, but yeah, so let's move on to the tutorial. Alright, so I have already primed my lid using the original Urban Decay primer potion, and then over that I just used my Studio Care Blend MAC powder just to kind of matte it out, and just so it makes it easier to blend out the eyeshadows, although I don't think these are going to be too hard to blend out because, like I said, they're super buttery and smooth. The color that I'm going to go in with is going to be Beaches and Cream right here. And I've heard so many good things about this. Oh, and I'm just applying it on the crease, so we're going to use this as a transition color. I'm going to go in with Sora right here, so it's that brick color that I was telling you guys about. And we're just going to apply that a little bit below where we applied the transition color. So just kind of really right there. The transition color was kind of in between the crease and the brow bone, but now this one's going like directly in the crease. So like if you just stare straight where your eye crease is, that's where you want to apply it. So now I'm going to take this color in, now I'm going to take this color Insomnia, and it is that kind of iridescent color that I was telling you guys about. It has that like blue, red, brown type thing going on, so I'm going to apply that. And I'm going to apply that on the lid. Oh my god, dying. Dying. This looks so good already, and I haven't even finished applying it yet. Yes! Look at that. So good. I'm going to take Mars. I'm so excited to use this. So I've actually never really used a color that's like just red. So we're gonna be careful with this. And I'm just going to apply that in the crease, kind of where where I applied that, what color? Sora. So now just taking this brush, I usually use it for the lower lash line. I'm just going to take the color Aphrodite, and I am just going to apply that right here, and then just kind of, I mean, you guys are going to see, I'm just going to kind of drag it up.
When the night is over, my life is over, 'cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over, my life is over.
So for the brow bone and the inner corner, I'm going to take Artemis, which is, like I said, that champagne perfect kind of highlight color. Ooh. Wow, this is so pretty. I might even just use this on my cheeks, just so you guys see how it works as a highlight.
'Cause I start thinking again about our time together.
So I think for this look I'm going to skip the liquid liner and I'm just going to go straight to lashes. So I'm going to use my Rimmel Lash Accelerator, which is this right here. I'm going to curl my lashes, I'm going to apply this mascara, and then for the lashes today, kind of want to do a more dramatic look. So I just got these. These are the, my phone is going to fall. These are the Adele Double Up Lashes in the style 207, and they're black. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. I've already applied my primer and foundation. So for primer, I used the Nivea aftershave, and I'm gonna link it down below, but it's basically the sensitive aftershave. And then I used my favorite foundation, well, second to favorite, first is Giorgio Armani, but I used the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Sand. So now I'm just going to take my Naked Skin Concealer in the color Medium Light, and I'm going to apply it in a triangle shape, and I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. So now I'm just going to bake a little bit, and I'm going to take my Laura Mercier loose setting powder in translucent, and I'm just going to apply that with a wedge sponge on the areas that I highlighted. So now that we look like we've just rolled our face into a bunch of flour, we're going to start to contour. So I am actually really excited to try this brush. It's the dupe to the NARS Ita brush, and I got this on eBay for like $2, and I'll put the link down below, but apparently it's supposed to be really good, so we will find out. And as usual, I'm just taking my Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to mix the first two contour shades together. This is definitely a winner. Definitely get this, guys. It's only $2. Amazing. So I've let this sit for about 5 minutes, so I'm just going to take this e.l.f. blush brush and I'm just gonna brush the product away. And I actually really like this product because it doesn't leave you that like white kind of ghostly looking look when you take pictures with flash. That's never cute. Now I'm just taking one of my favorite blushes. This is Melba by MAC, and it's just a really pretty kind of matte pinkish peachy shade, and I'm just going to take this e.l.f. angled blush brush. So for highlight, I mentioned to you guys that I kind of just wanted to try this color from the Manny palette. This is Artemis, and I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like as a highlight because I think it would look really pretty. So I'm going to try that, and I'm just using this Sonia Kashuk brush. I really need to get new brushes, guys. Okay, so before I go ahead and highlight the nose, I obviously have to contour it, which is a step that I always forget to do. So I'm just going to take my Morphe M460 brush, and I'm just going to take the darkest color in the Shade and Light palette and just tap it, tap off the excess, and just go ahead and work that contour, girl. Work it, chisel that nose. So while we work on the under eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the contour using the same setting powder. I'm going to start by taking the color Aphrodite. I really need to learn these names. And I'm going to apply that to the outer corner of the lash line. Now, just taking the Urban Decay shadow brush, I'm just going to go in with Insomnia, the one that we used on the lid, and we're just going to fill in this area wherever we haven't applied shadow. How cute, I got it in my eyeball. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and take a little dab of Mars, just the tiniest amount, and I'm going to use that to just kind of blend that color out, the outer corner out. I almost forgot to apply black liner on my waterline, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm using the e.l.f. gel liner. This step is optional, but I just think it kind of goes with the drama. For lips, I'm just going to take one of my all-time favorite lip colors, and this is MAC Velvet Teddy.
When the night is over, my life is over.
So this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. I definitely recommend this palette. I think the shadows are out of this world pigmented, and I think when you guys start to play with them, you guys are seriously gonna love them. It's such a versatile palette. You can do something super dramatic or you could do something super natural, and I think it's really great for just any season when you want to do something for the summer or something for the winter. I think it's amazing. So props to Manny, props to Makeup Geek. So if you guys haven't copped one, make sure you go ahead and grab one. I believe it retails for $49, I think, plus shipping, but honestly so worth it. So let me know if you guys like these type of videos. I can definitely do more. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
'Cause I start thinking again about our time together. When the night is over.